So if we want to know about a thing, the best principle is to suck it and see. There is nothing as convincing as personal, direct experience. This is the way in which homeopathy has been founded, through empiricism, through the simple science of trying out a thing to see whether it works and how it works. And boy, does homeopathy work. But actually, many of us experience homeopathy working in its action upon children and animals, but especially children. And this is when homeopathy shows itself most clearly, most immediately, and dare I say it, miraculously. Children, because of their vitality, throw out acute diseases with extreme vigor. By throw out, I mean they produce very vigorous and clear symptoms. When a little child throws a fever, you know about it, and pretty soon that fever can run too high and convulsions can follow, and all the sorts of things that cause, they cause panic in mother and the family around them. And for homeopathy, how we are blessed to have it, especially in those situations, because those fevers abate so rapidly, so without any kind of problem or side effect. This is where homeopathy shines, where its laurels are clearly visible upon its triumphant head. One more thing to be said about children and animals, especially animals. They can't talk, and they can't, obviously, and they can't receive information from you which can be processed at a rational level. They don't question what happens to them intellectually because they don't have an intellect. The remedies work not through an analytical process or through a belief system. They simply work because they do. There's no denying that kind of experience. One of the things that we like to have up our sleeve is to know why a thing works. What is the pathway of action that relates this to that? We love to know this, and quite right that we should love to know this. In the case of the minimum dose in homeopathy and its action, we don't know the pathway. We say it works, observe, it works, but we cannot say what the mechanism is. But you know what? We can't say what the mechanism is for many things. The example I like to give is the example of gravity. You know, nobody has a clue what the mechanism is. Nobody has an adequate explanation. The critics of homeopathy, the skeptics of homeopathy, focus their attention upon the dose, not upon the principle. And this is a very good thing, because the principle of homeopathy is indisputably accurate and effective, and we've been using it in vaccinations and inoculations since the day of Jenner. Jenner found that those who milked cows, the cow milking ladies, if they got cowpox, were then resistant to smallpox, because cowpox and smallpox are similar to one another, and cowpox usually doesn't kill you, but smallpox usually does, and certainly disfigures you in the most hideous way. So although you lost a few, there was a little collateral damage with the original vaccinations. The outcome in general, for the population in general, was an amazing success, and that hideous disease, smallpox, was vanquished. This is a homeopathic principle. This is not questioned. What is questioned is the size of the dose that homeopaths give. And what I would say to the skeptics is that they should try it out and see what happens. Not once, but again and again and again. Not one experiment, but many experiments. And the easiest way to carry out that experiment is just to give homeopathic remedies to those who need it, using the dilutions that homeopaths use, and watch. Just observe. And then change your mind about the nature of influence.